how I wish my life was different. Oh my Lord, I wish my life was so different. Gosh, I wish life was different than it is right now. Have you ever felt that? I think most of us have at some point in life. And you know what I'm finding is that in this current age that we're in, with all of the craziness with politics, and it's going to just get ramped up, right? And the COVID and the inflation and the wars and all these kind of things. Many of us are saying that. I wish life was different. Oh, I wish I lived somewhere differently. I wish I worked somewhere differently. I wish I was in a different relationship. I wish. I wish life was different. You know what's interesting in all my studies with Buddhism, and I'm working with Sensei Andy right now, who's just an amazing individual. But one of the things that they talk about in Buddhism all the time is that one of the greatest causes of suffering is our desire that life should be different than it is right now. And the more we talk about how I wish life was different, how I wish I didn't have this addiction, I wish I didn't have this partner, I wish I didn't have this financial challenge, I wish I didn't have this weight issue, I wish I didn't have, all of that is wishing and hoping for something that isn't here. So our suffering is caused by our desire that life should be different than it is. So what's the solution? Well, obviously, one of the solutions would be acceptance, right? And so we would say, I am currently understanding my body is heavier than I want it to be, and I need to change that. That would be an appropriate response. I understand my finances are not where I want them to be, and I need to change this. I understand that my relationship is not where I'd like it to be, and I need to change it. So the more we talk about how life is unfair and how life sucks and how this is bad and that is bad, then we just keep creating that suffering. But the minute we accept, wow, my relationship is not healthy, my addictions are not healthy, my work ethic is not healthy, that's step one to healing, is accepting that fact instead of complaining about it. I wish my weight was different, my partner was different, my job was different, my income was different, instead of just complaining. Now, making those statements is not bad. Saying I wish my life was different when it's not at the level you'd like it, that's not bad at all. But then we just need to accept it and say, okay, what needs to be changed? Now, one of the things in Buddhism that's kind of fascinating is that a lot of the times they don't go after a direct change. In other words, they're not going to say to you right away, well, if you're overweight, then start to eat correctly and start to exercise more. What they'll say is, let's go into the feeling. What's the feeling of being overweight? I feel ashamed. I feel guilty that I don't take care of my body. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're feeling ashamed, we're feeling guilty, and the reason is because we don't take care of our body. Yes. Do you see how that works? Like, we're tying in an emotion to why our life isn't the way we want it to be. And then the next step, if you were working with a Buddhist teacher, they may say to you, let's go into a meditation. So we understand the problem, we've accepted the problem, we know that there's got to be some changes, so let's calm the brain. The brain is all over the place when we're talking about how we wish life was different than it is, right? It's all over the place. It's like a bunch of squirrels chasing each other. But when we calm it down and say, yes, I'm frustrated, I'm embarrassed because my weight is more than what I'd like. Now let's calm the brain down. Let's do 10, 20 really deep breaths. Let's get the vagus nerve calmed down, the anxiety calmed down, the frustration calmed down. And then at that point, we can make a decision on what kind of lifestyle changes we need to make in order to have the life we want. Listen, there are people right now that are living the life they've wanted. Let's follow them. If you need help, it doesn't matter. We have been doing this for 43 years. Reach out to me at talkdavid.com. We also have an inflation special for people that are struggling right now with their income. So there's also that option there. And there's 4 books absolutely free at talkdavid.com. But number one, remember this. Most of us at almost every age of our life, there'll come a point in that year or a couple years that I wish my life was different. So let's start taking these steps I gave you today to start venting that difference, accepting the difference, going in to calm the brain, and then figuring out what action steps do I need to make to lose the weight, to drop the addiction, to heal the relationship, et cetera, et cetera. If you need more help, go to talkdavid.com. Don't forget, 4 free books are there, and we can work together from anywhere in the world. I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye now.